calling shotgun for the drive home. And boy, does he have stories to tell. Calgary Today with Joe McFarland on 770 CHQR.
Everybody's favorite time of the week, I'm pretty sure, and especially going into a long weekend like we are. Eric Southward is probably the voice of Eric Southward is probably what everybody's been looking forward to all week. Eric, how's it going?
Oh, it's going well.
Fantastic. Hey, going into a long weekend, before we get to the wine that is on display here and also on Facebook Live, hi there, Facebook Live, long weekend tips for those who are looking to have a little wine.
Just be prepared. I think the long
weekend.
Start now. Get ready. I think if you're going to go into a liquor store Friday after work or right before dinner on a Saturday, it's going to be smoking busy, and that's annoying. Lineups at the till can be long, and go now. Like we have, at Calgary Co-op, a staff that's very well trained and professional, and we're stocked up, ready to go for the long weekend. Our new flyer hits tomorrow that has everything you need for the long weekend, whether it's just cold beer or good deals on white wine. We're having rosé today, or spirits. We're ready to go.
Crushable is probably going to be the name of the game
with a long
weekend like this, especially when you're seeing 29 degrees in the forecast.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. A rosé.
Yeah.
What brings you, or what did you bring in today?
Yeah, so we brought in Alberta's #1 premium rosé. So this is the best-selling rosé in our market. It is from southern France. Normally, it's around $27 and change. Tomorrow, in all of our stores, it's down to $20, $19.99. So again, this is what people are buying and drinking. It's not only light and refreshing, but it has, this is going to sound horrible, but it has flavor. There's a lot of light wines that just don't have much to it. Like, they hit you with a little burst of flavor and then they just fall off. We call that a short finish in the wine world.
Not to throw any soda pops under the bus here, but I'll use kind of like the 7-Up or the Sprites of wine, right? Like there's something there right off the bat, and then it's gone before you know it.
Yeah, that's probably the first thing we look for in a good wine, is that it should taste good and that flavor should last. We want that to last more than half an instant, right? So this wine has tons of blood orange and watermelon and strawberry flavors, but it's actually going to stick with you a little bit. And it's really great. At $27, we sell a ton. A lot of people love this producer, Gerard Bertrand from southern France. But at $20, we have mountains at our stores because it's going to go quick.
And it is called?
It is called the Côte de Rose Rosé. What's really unique about this bottle is a couple things. One, when they launched the product, they had a design competition in France. University student in Paris won, and on the bottom, it is a rose, actually. In the bottom of the bottle, you'll see a little design. So,
that is fancy.
It is fancy. People love it. And people will actually, after they're done with the bottle, they'll use it to just keep a bottle of water in their fridge or whatever. And there's a glass top on the top of the bottle. So no cork, no screw cap. There is this constant search in the wine world for the perfect closure. I don't know if we found it yet. We're still looking. So don't get freaked out by the glass top, but it does just pop right off and you can pop it right back on. Very handy and really good looking too.
And the very cool part about something like this, when you have a competition like that, is that you end up getting some out of this world, out of the box mentalities going into it. And so something like that, not only does it look cool, but it's also standing out. So it's actually standing away from the usual bottles that you see, stacks upon stacks of in the store.
Absolutely. And, we don't like to admit this. Like, hopefully when I recommend a wine, it's just about what's inside the bottle. I don't really care about what's on the outside. But most people do. Most people don't want to buy a bottle of wine with
judge a book by its cover.
Absolutely. Eric. So the stat is about 95% of the people, when they buy a bottle of wine, buy it because of how it looks, how the label looks. Companies know this.
Surprise me. Kind of like cars.
Absolutely.
Same idea.
Yeah. And so, this is a common conversation starter. You bring it and people notice, and people, you can talk a little bit about it, and it just looks good, and people go for it.
But it obviously sounds like this one not only has the design, but it's also got the staying power as well because of the taste.
Absolutely. It's the total package, so to speak. Sorry for the pun. But it just tastes delicious. This is the most popular style of rosé in the world. This dry, light, fruity, unoaked style. It's just really refreshing. It's pale, and that kind of gives you a hint what you're in store for. It's just going to be easy to drink. One bottle will not last that long on your patio this weekend. We have large bottles, so 1.5 liter bottles in some of our stores. That's probably a good way to go.
A good starting point.
Because the normal 750 ml doesn't last that long.
Talk a little bit about not just the vineyard, but also the region in France that we're talking about. What makes this so unique?
What makes it unique is I talk about this in my stores a lot, especially at wine tastings. There's this cruel irony in the wine world. You know, when you're in a warm place like Provence, where this wine comes from, you're on the Mediterranean, it's warm, it's hot, but that climate is suited to growing really nice red grapes like Syrah and Mourvedre. And in this wine, we have a grape called Grenache, also a grape called Cinsault. But you don't feel like red wine.
Right.
You feel like beer. You feel like something cold and refreshing. So what makes this unique is that if you go there, rosé is actually the cultural thing to do. I know it seems fairly new to our market to drink a lot of rosé, but there they've been doing it for generations, right? So you go there, you're having lunch, you're having a bouillabaisse or some fish that came out of the Mediterranean, some mussels or what have you. This is what they're drinking, you know? So it just suits the climate. It suits the occasion. It suits the food. Think about this weekend here in Alberta. We're going to be grilling a lot of lighter foods. We're not going to be eating stews or, you know, like these braised dishes that are meant for the middle of winter. Maybe some grilled vegetables coming off the grill or burger or whatever. This cozies up to that nicely. And of course, if it's just hot and you need a cold glass of wine, it's perfect.
You're going to be bringing this one down to Okotoks in a couple of weeks as well?
Absolutely. Thank you for the little teaser. Yeah, we're gonna be a part of the Okotoks Wine Fest down there. It's called Off the Vine, Saturday, August 17th. Our whole sommelier team will be down there. It's from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's put on by the city of Okotoks, so they're expecting about 1,000 people. It's going to be great. A lot of the local restaurants down there will be cooking up some food. We'll be pouring some really great wine with their cuisine. You can go to okotoks.ca for all your ticket information. We're jacked. We have an Okotoks store, you know, and we'll be bringing that staff along as well, and we'll have a good time.
High time for wine time during the summer, right? Like you're able to, whether it's Stampede, whether it's Okotoks, like it gives you that opportunity to go outside and enjoy some sunshine and also try out some new wines too.
Yeah, and I think, you know, a lot of people, we drink red wine in a lot, even in the summertime, and people do reach for beer or gin and tonic or whatever in the summertime, and that's great. So do I. But it's nice to provide maybe some new experiences for people, some wines that you can have in the summertime and add to your repertoire. And it just doesn't have to be a cold lager. Sometimes chilled rosé or a snappy white wine from the Okanagan, you know, can work too.
Now I know why Erin likes her rosés. What's this one again? Call it. Give a price point.
Absolutely. So this is the Gerard Bertrand Côte de Rose Rosé. Usually $27 and change. Goes on sale tomorrow. Every Co-op location, $19.99.
It is delightful, and I think that you could probably crush that as well if you want
absolutely.
to. Eric, always a pleasure. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
It's Wine Wednesday here on Calgary Today. Let's go to helicopter traffic now.